Okay, and hello everyone. This has been about 48 hours since I went to the counselor, and just some notes to share with you about the idea of starting on a medication called Vyvanse. What happened that Friday night. Um, I guess those are the two big topics I want to talk about. Um, Looked into, I have a good friend of mine, very good friend, that is knowledgeable about medications, especially how they affect the body. And she said, she was like, Tom, don't even go near that stuff. Don't get near crap that starts changing brain chemistry and all that. Just don't go there because it's not worth the risks, and you know. And it got me thinking because, and this ties into what happened to me Friday night emotionally. Um, Sort of what I want to get into. So, but anyway, that's one topic. I'm very reluctant. I mean, this is the dilemma. Okay, and this is what I think caused my emotional almost meltdown. I mean, it's the first time I ever felt like I could understand really what a meltdown was, because I could not. It was like it was a panic, but it wasn't panic. It wasn't. I wasn't afraid. I'll get into it. I'm going off on a tangent, but let me talk though about the dilemma about whether or not to start Vyvanse. I mean, I understand. I was reading a lot of reviews from patients that have taken it, and some people it is a miracle. But some of these people have been taking it for years. Some like 10. There's one lady in particular who was in college. She said bumped her from like a 2.5 to a no, that was someone else. Anyway, but it really helped her in college. She said it got me through college. She said, but coming off of it, and what she said, it was like you become addicted to it, and that's a bad word. I mean, whether it's something that's, I mean, the stuff is expensive too. I mean, I don't want to get started on something that I can't afford to stay on. I mean, really, it's just like legalized, illicit drugs. I guess I know that those don't fit, but you know what I'm trying to say. Um, so anyway, I want to get to them when somebody offers, I mean, this is how that counseling session was emotionally for me. I'm looking at it from that perspective only, not just what we talked about, but how I was feeling. And I have gone for 59, almost 60 years in a couple of months. Actually a little less than a couple of months. Be 60 years I will be, and 60 years old. And I would say 57 of those, 56 or 57 of those have been under extreme emotional pressure, physical, mental pressure. Part of it was well, I won't go into the details, but just leave it as that. And to have a counselor say, wave the magic carrot in front of you and say, I think I've got a solution to all of your problems. One of the things I've realized on this journey, and I think that it's part of what they call autistic burnout, where you get to the point where you can no longer put the masks on. You just don't have the energy and the stamina to continue that level of compensation, coping, all the above. And I think that's what happened to me Friday evening. That somebody was able to say, look, I can solve all your problems. I mean, I mean, I know it's like the used car salesman or the whatever salesperson that's, I've got the snake oil for you, I'm vulnerable. I'm tired. I'm so tired of this journey, the old journey. If it wasn't so exciting and promising to be on this new journey, I don't, I don't know. Well, I don't know, but things were starting to get dark as it was. I was starting to lose hope. I was starting to lose the will to assess. I mean, big time, big time. Was not suicidal, but I was I was ready to throw in my hat and say, okay, whenever, you know, I mean, the sooner the better. That's how I was feeling. So that's one reason this has been such a big change to me, because it's like, okay, no, wait, now I know. Now, I finally have got that bit of information that helps me to finally answer all these questions and all these, address these problems. And it's exciting. It's the empowering, uh, the empowerment that it has given me, the hope, and I'm just beginning. I mean, I'm not doing what I need to do yet. Cat butt. Um, sorry, Tim. Anyway, so being given that hope, whether it's a false hope or not, I don't know, or a hope that's got, I mean, a very high price tag, both literally the cost of medication, but also the chances are that, what do you do when you're 70 and the stuff stops working and you're addicted? I mean, just, the heart issues and all the stuff that it's affecting, you know, one thing I've learned over my life is let the body alone. It's usually with a few exceptions, like of maybe some temporary pain management, man, you're better off to just let the body. Oh, I got something shutting down here. Anyway, so we're 7 minutes in. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about the what happened Friday night. I was already feeling anxious. I don't know if it's been, honestly, I think part of it is drinking. There's a coffee I've been drinking that seems to be very high in caffeine. I'm only having 1 cup. It wasn't, I mean, it's like maybe 10 ounce, um, and I think that it's contributing to anxiety. But I think it's also the whole process I'm going through in this journey, and then adding the whole counselor thing on it. Then adding the fact that here someone says, I can cure you. I mean, that's basically how I was perceiving what she was saying. Got the pill, we got the answers. You just stick with me, and you're going to be, life will begin. Maybe that's very naive of me. I don't know. I don't know, and I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. Take it day by day. Other than that, But that evening, I've never. I was so mixed emotioned. I had so many emotions going on at the same time, and they were so strong. And I think part of it was this sort of this fatigue too, this letting down, this one, this saying, okay, I'm almost to the finish line. I can let down. Um, but I felt this. I was when I came home, I was rocking in the car. I was like, I was just like, I would just, it's just I can get right into that mindset again. And boy, this is what I do. It's just like, okay, it's like, what do I deal with this? How do? Because it's a panic. Um, it's just oddly it feels good because I've never let myself feel this before, but it also feels strange and it also is overwhelming. But one of the things that was bizarre, and I haven't really looked. No, I didn't. I didn't. But I was to the point where I couldn't stim enough. I mean, it would take an edge off, but it wasn't enough. And I, for the first time, started to hit my legs. I started to do this to my legs, and it was and pretty hard. I was looking to see if I bruised myself. Um, and you don't feel pain. I mean, this is what, and it was bizarre because yes, I was conscious of it, but I think you get to the point where you're so I'm trying to draw a parallel of anything else like that in my life. The one thing I can think of, I had a gallbladder attack when I was like 27. Where they actually removed my gallbladder. But when I went into the emergency room on a Friday night, and it was infected, and it was contracting or whatever gallbladders do, that was just getting worse and worse and worse. And I I experienced a level of pain and a duration of pain at that level to where I was literally in a fetal position pulling on my hair. I mean, I was like that. I was literally in a ball, and I was just because there's no place to go. You've tried everything you can, every position you can. You've done everything you can to try to relieve that pain, and there isn't anything left. There's nothing left to do. That's what this felt like, and I think that is what meltdowns are for people. That they get to the point where there's nothing left to do, and the stimming is your go-to. And I can see why the abuse. I really can. I can see why. It's just because it's almost it's a desperation. Um, anyway, I just wanted to share that. I've never been that close to feeling. I've never felt that way before. Um, I try to look at the good and the bad. I think the good is that to me it says I'm allowing myself to feel. Um, I haven't been. This has been this, nose to the grindstone. Just you're on your own. You've got to get through this. This is what life is. It's survival. Is what I guess I'm trying to say. You're in a survival mode, and it's not quality of life. It's not what you basically want. It's what you can manage to do just to keep the ship afloat and the sails with some wind in them, and the keel in some direction, or the rudder, I guess. Anyway, more thoughts about this journey. Um, I wish you'd leave comments, and of course, like it and share it if you can to other people. That's the other thing is we usually don't know very many other people that are on the journey. But if you're part of a forum or something and you like what I'm saying, um, tell me about your forum. I'm open to. It's a two-way street here. This isn't just me going on about my side of it all. I'd like to know your side of it too. So anyway, we're 13 and a half minutes in. That's where I'm at this stage of my journey, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.